All right, Joe Walker here. It is Friday, June 13th, 2025. I actually forgot my gimbal today, but that's okay. I just really want to, that being said, I apologize for how shaky this video might be, but I just really wanted to shoot this anyway, just to document the results of combining the cattle and goat herd together into very small paddocks and moving them daily with the chickens coming right behind them. So this to my left, right, all this from basically here to here is when we first put, or actually back here is when we first put the goats directly in front of the chickens. And then further up there is where we combined the cattle with, actually right about where that white trough is, which we're not going to walk up there right now, but I thought this was, when I rolled up, I thought this was great. So I just really wanted to document this right here. So basically this spot right here is fantastic. There's a tremendous amount of grass, and this would have been somewhere that we bale grazed over the winter. So we just dropped a bale of hay, let the cows eat it, let the goats eat it. Well, the goats and cows were not together at that time, but we bale grazed both of them. So typically with the goats, I'll wrap a panel around a 4x4 round bale so they can't destroy it, and then I'll be able to roll it. So I'm not sure if this spot that we're looking at was where the cows or the goats bale grazed, but this is just really lush grass. Definitely still have bare spots, but I think this is a great area to show the results, because what we have here, and a lot of these aren't actually bare spots. What we're seeing there is covered in litter still, so we're hoping, obviously something's going to grow, but there's definitely a lot of grass coming back in here. And there's still some real weedy spots, of course, but this is what's really cool, I think. So this is a chicken feeder, old chicken structure. This is actually, so I'll have to go back in the videos, but this is actually where we bumped the cows and the goats over here for a day to get the egg layers, the oldest flock of egg layers that we have since sold. We needed to be able to move them, so we built the paddock for the cows and goats and just threw them over here real quick. But so what we're looking at here, this is what the pasture looked like before we did anything. And this little section here was actually skipped, just the way the netting was run. It just made sense to skip this little section, and I'm actually glad I did, because now we have this great example. So right here we're looking at what the pasture looked like. Right here we're looking, this was very recently hit really hard with the cows, the goats, and then the chickens, and it was just yesterday that I moved the chickens off. But what we just walked through, where there is way more grass now, this has recovered. So it's not completely recovered, don't get me wrong. It's going to be a while before we come back and graze this again, but look at the growth. Look at all this grass we got coming up in here. It's pretty cool. So I would have to say this experiment is working quite well, and we're going to continue on running the cattle and the goats together, tight paddocks, knock it back, put the chickens behind it. So thanks for watching.